Hello everyone. I welcome you all for the lecture series videos of Basics of Mechanical Engineering. In the previous video, we elaborately discussed about elements, why it is necessary in patterns, and various types of metal losses, and what is shrinkage, why it is happening in metal, and shrinkage for different metals, how we provide shrinkage elements for the pattern. So in this video, we are going to discuss about other allowances that is used in patents. Uh, the first allowance is draft allowance, another one is machining allowance. So these allowances are not related with the shrinkage, it is related with the molding and the machining operation. So let us have a detailed discussion on this. So I am Dr. J.Yokesh, Assistant Professor of Mechanical Engineering, SNS College of Engineering. I am going to discuss about these allowances in the upcoming presentations. Draft allowance. So what do you mean by draft? So draft is related with an angle. Uh, in fact, we all having a any object. We are all having a vertical surface. So if the vertical surfaces is very lengthy or it is in very depth, we have to make a mold for the vertical surfaces. So after making the mold, we have to remove pattern from the mold. So once you remove the pattern from the mold in a vertical direction, or the pattern is withdrawn from the mold, it is gets damaged slightly, and the vertical surfaces are converted into a tapered surfaces. So, which may cause dimensional inaccuracy and which may reject it during the final stage of inspection. So, how to overcome this problem? So, to compensate these changes, especially uh, very depth vertical surfaces, and the pattern is removed, some dimensional changes are occurs because slightly we need to uh, adjust the pattern to remove from the mold. So these parallel surfaces can be slightly tapered to 1 or 2 degrees to compensate or for easier removal of withdrawal or easier removal or withdrawal of pattern from the mold. So this allow the pattern uh, removal from the mold, which may not be affect the dimensional changes. So these changes in the pattern surface prevent the damages during especially the removal of the mold is called a draft allowance. So this allowance is also called a withdrawal allowance. So this is the figure which illustrate how the draft allowance can be provided. In the first diagram, without draft, we are having a vertical surfaces. Just imagine if you remove the pattern from the mold, the dark portions are pattern and light portions are the mold. It slightly damages the sharp corners and also surfaces can be enlarged. Instead, if we make the pattern in a slightly tapered manner 1 or 2 degrees, we can easily remove the pattern from the mold without any damaging of the mold. So the magnitude of taper provided in the pattern is depends on various parameter. Among that, molding methods, what type of molding methods we are adapting in the mold making process, that is very important. And another is mold materials, whether we are using a dry sand or a green sand or adhesive sand. So what type of molding materials we are using, that is also an important thing. And shape and size of the pattern. If the depth is very high, we have to provide more taper. If the depth is low, we can provide only a small taper. And the next allowance is the machining allowance. As we know very well, upon production of the casting, finally it is dispatched to the customer. But the most of the casting process employs sand as a mold. Sand is a porous media. The replications will be there in the casting. So therefore, we are having only a rough surface in the casting that cannot be used for the final application of the product because aesthetic is then important, and to reduce friction we need to have a glassy finished surface that cannot be obtained in a casting process. For that, we need to do secondary or post-processing operations that is called the machining operations. So once we do machining operations like turning, grinding, or other machining operations to improve the surface finish, the extra material can be the material can be removed from the workpiece. So therefore, the losses occurs in the uh, metal part after machining. So therefore, the size may be reduced to compensate the loss of machining. The machining allowances are added in the pattern. So this machining allowance is also called a finishing allowance because we are doing finishing operations in the pattern. Just see the illustration. The first is a rough surface that is there in the casting part. To get fine surface, we have to do machining allowance. Final after machining, we are having the product. That is the second illustration B. So that line indicates the extra material provided in the part. So these are all my references. Manufacturing Technology, Foundry, Forming and Welding, authored by P.N. Rao in the year 2013. And my second reference, a textbook of Production Technology, authored by P.C. Sharma, published by S. Chand and Company in the year of 2014. So in this video, we have discussed about draft elements and machining elements. I hope this video is useful to you. Thank you. Thank you for watching this.